Welcome back. Talking with our good friend Karen Post, the branding diva, author of Brain Tattoos, about Super Bowl ads. What makes a good one? What's not a good one? And does an ad necessarily sell the product? I guess that makes a good one. Welcome back. Good to have you with us. Well, that is the, I mean, you know, you can go out of your way and spend millions of dollars and hire Justin Bieber and Ozzy Osbourne and Eminem to sell your stuff. But if it doesn't sell your stuff, was it an effective ad?
No, I think it needs to sell your stuff, but I think that we see so many companies year after year in the game. If it wasn't selling stuff, they wouldn't be doing it.
Right.
I mean, you know, businesses are in business to do business.
And if you're spending that kind of money to buy an ad, you probably have a whole research department to know how to put something together, and you know your audience you're appealing to, right?
Absolutely, but now there's some new players like Groupon.
That's the coupon company.
Coupon company, yeah. You know, they're a young startup, although they've raised lots of money,
Sure
but they're doing it. And then their competitor, which is Social Life, it's the one that's funded by Amazon and Microsoft. They couldn't get in the Super Bowl, but they're pre-Super Bowl. So there's a lot of talk about these two rivals and what they're doing. But I think an interesting thing is you're going to see companies that bowed out last year because they were being bailed out by the government, auto dealers. And you're seeing a lot of them return to the Super Bowl. Because last year it wasn't politically correct.
I think I think Charlie was telling me earlier that last year was the first year that an American car company had not advertised in a Super Bowl game. But if you see these ads that I've seen so far, they're back there. Chevy is really back.
Yeah, and I don't
year.
know, you know, if you've kept up with their earnings, but the car business and the economy is coming back, and the Super Bowl is excited. We spend over $10 billion on Super Bowl related stuff.
This is my Chevy ad that I think is very, well, it just went past there, but that was the Chevy ad where the guy, they're doing a contest, the guy hits the car and it becomes a transformer, and I think that's very funny. But you said that's a guy commercial.
It's a total guy commercial. That didn't make my top 5 list.
Really?
Yeah. But the Chrysler style one did, and the Audi luxury one did. But it's always funny. After the game, you'll talk to your friends. I love that one. I hated that one. And a lot of it's gender, a lot of it's economic, you know, where you are. And but advertisers know that. And a lot of brands will have 4 or 5 different spots that appeal to different audiences in one game.
And I guess the Clydesdales are back?
They're back, and they're great as ever.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's some things we just don't get tired of, right?
No, it's like a legacy brand. You know, you love them, they're great, they're memorable. That's part of great branding. What sticks, you know, these companies that change up all the time, you're confused. Who is that? What are they selling?
Right.
You know, Clydesdales, you know, the beer.
Am I to understand there's not a Pepsi commercial in the Super Bowl this year?
Other than if something gets selected in that crowdsourcing contest that they did with Doritos, there may be. But they did opt out of the big game because they've got a community program where they're giving millions of dollars to communities through grants, and they've just shifted their focus. And a lot of companies will do that.
Yeah. Let me do this. Let me get some emails here, and I'm sorry we haven't gotten to them like I wanted to. Lou from North Tampa. I find it funny that some of the ads are so creative you forget what they're trying to sell. So much for all that money they spend. And he's got a good point. You got to sell your product too, don't you?
You do. Absolutely. So there's a fine line and a balance between creativity, strategy, and conversion and selling products.
Do you have don't give it away too much, but what's your favorite to look for on Sunday? What's your favorite so far?
Well, I think all the women, more power to the women. I love that. Kim Kardashian's going to be there, Roseanne Barr, Faith Hill. You know, I think that's awesome. So I'm looking forward. Some of those spots I've seen, some of them I've not seen, but I've heard they're going to be interesting. GoDaddy is always interesting.
Yeah.
Julian, the Biggest Loser lady, is on there. She's cool.
All right.
And yeah, so I think it's going to be a great Sunday.
Cool. Hey, thank you.
And we got to talk about football too, right?
Well, there's a little football in there too. Thanks to Karen Post. Thanks to all of you for sharing your opinions. Some great emails. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the game on Sunday. Glee afterwards. Big show, and we'll see you right back here on Monday. Now, final check of the forecast and the day's